Hi y'all, welcome to my channel, and in today's video I am going to give you a mid-year homeschool and channel update. So stay tuned. Alright you guys, well if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dina and I am a homeschooling mama of 5 kiddos, 7 and under. And on this channel I share my passions for Christ, for homeschooling, and for encouraging mamas in their faith and in this crazy and chaotic but amazing season of motherhood. So if you'd like to join me on this journey, then click the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to click the little bell icon so that way you get notified whenever new videos pop up. You can also follow me over on Instagram at Dina_pursuing_peace if you'd like to get an inside glimpse on what goes on around here on a daily basis. Okay you guys, well I am excited. Today is a collab with some of my favorite ladies, Christie over at One Blessed Mess and Jamie from Simply Living It. And if you guys have not checked out their channels, which I'm sure most of you have, but if there are a few of you that have not checked out their channels yet, then go on over. I will link both of their channels down below so you can check them out, including their update, their homeschool update videos for this year. Christie and Jamie are amazing, homeschooling, godly women who love the Lord and love their children and are just striving to glorify God in everything that they do. I love their hearts. I love their channels. I love their content. I know that you will too. So like I said before, I will leave their channels linked down below so you can definitely go and check them out. Okay, and I am also excited because I am once again working with Reading Eggs. And thank you to Reading Eggs for sponsoring this video. I definitely would have brought them up anyway, whether or not they were sponsoring it, because I am excited to share with you the progress that my kids have experienced with Reading Eggs. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on, specifically with my kindergartners update. So stay tuned for that. So how this video is going to flow is I am going to talk about each individual children first and how they're doing, give you a little bit of an update on their progress, and then I am going to give you an update on how our circle time and symposium time is going, plus an update on how we're doing in classical conversations. And then after all of that, then I will give you the channel update on what is going to happen with my channel. I know a few of you have asked me if I was going to come back to YouTube or not. So I will give you that channel update a little bit later on in the video. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into how we are doing mid-year for our homeschool year of 2020-2021. So I have a kind of first, second grader, a kindergartner, a pre-K-er. She doesn't want to be called a preschooler, she's in pre-K. And I have a tot schooler, and then I also have a baby. We're not doing homeschool with the baby, but I definitely have to factor her in when I am homeschooling the kids. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my 7-year-old, who is my first grader, kind of second grader. I think what is going to happen, she was in first grade last year, but because of just life and we moved 3 times in 2019, and then that affected the beginning of last year's homeschool year, and so it was just a little bit crazy. So my first grader / second grader is still in level 1 from The Good and the Beautiful, and she is loving it and she is thriving on it, and I am loving it. And now I will tell you something about my 7-year-old. She is a naturally gifted reader. I am amazed at the words that she can read without me teaching her all the rules behind it and why it sounds a certain way. She loves to read books. She is an avid reader, and she just has thrived on reading. Like, it was super easy to teach her how to read. So because of that, I was wondering, well, is she even in the right one? Can I skip her ahead a little bit? Like, for example, she could read all of the sight words before we even started the book. And so I see a lot of questions like that on Facebook on whether or not, like, my little one is like a level ahead in reading. Should I start them on a level ahead of where she normally should be. And what I've realized with mine is that, yes, she might be ahead of the game, like she might be reading at a 3rd grade, 4th grade level, but there are things within this book that are very important, like grammar wise. There are, because this goes over like, yes, phonics reading, but also spelling and writing and literature. Oh yeah, there are poems in here. The poetry is amazing. Grammar and punctuation and art appreciation. So there's so much that this covers. So yes, maybe she flies through parts where we're learning about like suffixes. We just did that today. We're learning about suffixes like the er, and est. But here's the thing, she could read all of those words, no problem, but she didn't know what a suffix was. And so it's little things like that. I don't want there to be any gaps in her education. And so I decided to let's just kind of go through this. And I am so happy that I did, because I'm realizing that, yeah, she might be really good at reading or she might be really good at certain things, but there are little things in there that don't come necessarily as naturally as the other things do. So she is doing really well. We are almost done. I think we only have about 15 lessons left in this. So we will probably be starting on level 2 before the end of the year. And I'm excited. She's excited. She is ready to go on to be in 2nd grade. She's always asking me, am I going to be in 2nd grade yet? And I'm like, not quite yet. Let's just finish. Let's go ahead and finish level 1. And that's just my preference. If you have a 2nd grader, like a for real 2nd grader, and you are in level 1, that is completely okay, because the Good and the Beautiful curriculum, they are advanced. So if you don't feel bad, don't feel like you have to pull them back, and if they're supposed to be in 2nd grade that you have to tell them that now they're in 1st grade, you don't have to do that. Just do the level. It doesn't necessarily correspond to that specific grade level. So the next thing I have for my 1st grader, or 1st grader / 2nd grader, I never know what to call her. But the next thing I have for her is math, and we are still on level 1 math. We are in the middle of the 2nd book from The Good and the Beautiful, and she is loving it. She just loves it. I wouldn't necessarily say that math is something that comes naturally to her, but she is learning a lot because of all the games and all of the little manipulatives. And I know for a lot of people that's a lot, and they like, it's too much for them. But, and I'm gonna be completely honest, it's a little bit too much for me. But when I see her learning through the games and through the little manipulatives that they have, and then the way that they teach it, like, she really is thriving. And I'm really excited about that. Now I am also excited because The Good and the Beautiful has just announced that they are coming out with a whole new math line. So they are discontinuing the current math books and manipulatives that they are using now, and they're coming out with Simply Good and Beautiful Math. And what I love about it, after reading at first, you know, like everybody else, I was like, what? No! I just bought some, you know? But after reading it and reading about like what it's going to be about, I'm actually really excited, because it is going to be a little bit more streamlined. If you saw that homeschool update where I was like, everything is changing, one of the things was that we were not able to do both math and language arts on the same day for all of my kids, because it was just too much for me, because I have so many little kids still that they can't do any of it on their own. And so it was just more intense for me. So I'm really looking forward to this math, because I think that it's going to be a little bit more streamlined. Like they said, there's not going to be as many manipulatives, so I think we're going to be able to do it faster. And so I'm looking forward to being able to do math and language arts all in one day for all of my kids again. I don't know for sure, because I don't know what it's going to look like, but from what I've read, it seems like we will be able to do that, and so I'm praying that that's the case. It's not going to come out until August of 2021. They're going to release level K through level 5, and then level 6 and above are going to be released the next summer, so summer of 2022. But they are going to be releasing some sample pages in like March, I believe, March or April. It's on their website, so if you are interested in that, go check out their website. They have a whole bunch of information on there. I know Ashley over at Grace and Grit has a really good update on what the math program is. So I will leave that link down below too if you'd like to go check out her video about the math program. So yeah, so we are loving it. We really do like their old one, but I am looking forward to the new one. And it says that it's going to have games and different things like that still within it. So I'm excited about that because that's how my oldest really learns. So I'm excited. The next thing is handwriting, and handwriting is pretty basic. She is doing well. She is on level 3, and she's doing cursive, and it's really good. She is learning cursive. And she is really enjoying it as she's moving along. She knows all the different letters that I asked her. I went and I asked her, okay, what is this? You know, she could tell me all of the different letters, which the last cursive handwriting we used, like it just wasn't working. She wasn't learning as much as she's learning with the Good and the Beautiful's cursive handwriting. So I'm really enjoying that. Okay, so that's my first grader. Now moving on to my kindergartner, Solomon. And the first thing I'm gonna share is language arts. And if you have seen any of my videos about him, about kindergarten, you know that we have been on a little bit on the struggle bus as far as reading, and it has taken us a while. So he is solidly still in kindergarten, and he has been, last year he was in kindergarten, and this year he's in kindergarten. And I think the biggest thing is I didn't want to give him a kindergarten, or at least this is how we felt about it. We didn't necessarily want to give him a kindergarten graduation, and he was still in his kindergarten book. I felt like that wouldn't make sense in his very logical head. So what we did, and you don't have to do this, you can definitely move your child forward and it's not a big deal. But we decided to just wait. And also because he was struggling a little bit with the reading, and I did not want to push him hard on that because I would rather him have a good foundation in the reading than having him miss some things and have some gaps and then just continue to be frustrated throughout his education because he didn't establish very good foundations with or in that reading. So I was a little bit kind of like, this is crazy, you know, having him 2 years in kindergarten. But you guys, I am so happy that I did. And it was just, I think, the best decision for him because he is thriving. He is doing so well now. And I'm gonna show you just a little bit. So today we took our assessment. So they have different assessments, and they're not tests. They're just kind of assessments to see where the child is at the beginning of the book, and the middle of the book, and then at the end of the book. They don't have to pass this assessment. It's strictly just an assessment. So last year in January, he took this assessment where he has to read. So he reads this paragraph or this poem, this paragraph, and this paragraph. So last year, it took him 4 minutes to read just that first one. So just this first one here, it took him 4 minutes, and he missed 11 words. And it was a little bit frustrating to go through, and I actually didn't even have him do them all in the same day. I split it up into 3 different days because he couldn't handle reading all of it in one day. So, but I'm so glad that I had him do that because we just did it today. We did it today again. And not only could he read all of this in one sitting, no problem, but that very first poem where he read it last year in 4 minutes, this year, today, he read it in 1 minute and 23 seconds. And he only missed 2 words. Last year he missed 11, and he only missed 2 today. So this next one here, passage number 1, last year it took him 5 minutes, and I even wrote on here, he only missed 8 words, but he had a very hard time getting through it. So he had to sit there and sound out each individual sound and stuff like that. So it took him 5 minutes last year to do it. This year, today, it took him 50 seconds. 50 seconds, less than a minute. So Isn't that amazing? Like, I'm just so excited that he is progressing. And then that last passage, last year it took him 9 minutes and he missed 12 words. And then today it took him 53 seconds and he missed 2 words. Like, oh my goodness, like he was so excited, you guys. And had I not had him take the assessment before, we wouldn't know the extent of his progress. So today when I had him read that and he was reading, he's like, Mama, I could read all this. It's like it's all in my brain. That's what he said, and it was so cute. And he was like, Mama, practice makes progress. And I was just like, oh my goodness, yes. I was so excited because we have been struggling in this. And so I am so excited that it's working, you guys. It's working.
He has been running fast for a long time.
Yeah, good job.
I did it!
You did it!
I did it! Oh,
Yay. But it has taken us over a year to finish this book. We are almost done. It's split into 5 units and we have 1 more unit to go. And you guys, oh my goodness, I am so excited. He is almost done. And then we can finally move him into level 1 and not being scared that, oh no, this is gonna be too much for him, because I know that we can just take our time and give him that solid foundation. Oh, I'm so excited. And so this is where I wanted to share a little bit about Reading Eggs with you guys. I decided to partner up with Reading Eggs because he was having so much trouble. And so I thought that maybe if I could give him a little bit of tablet time where he's excited about reading, then it would help him out. And it has helped him out so much. So we have continued to use The Good and the Beautiful, but I have also used Reading Eggs as a supplement. Guys, Reading Eggs has so many fun things, and it has videos and games, and there's another part to Reading Eggs called Math Seeds, and he loves that one. He is naturally gifted at math. And what's wonderful about it is that it will actually email you when your child has progressed to the next level. And there are pages in there that you can actually print out. So if you don't want him completely on the tablet, you can print some pages out. They're like different worksheets, and you can have them do that, and then that way you can kind of see where they're at, whether it's math or reading. And now what I was doing, because we didn't have very much tablet time before, we had a little bit but not very much, and then once he started Reading Eggs, he really enjoyed it. So he started staying on the tablet for a really long time, way more than I wanted him to. But I knew he was learning, and so we decided to let him. But then what I realized that he is a child that is technology sensitive, and so it really does affect his behavior and his character when he is on technology too much. And so what we did, we didn't throw Reading Eggs out of the window. Because of this, we decided to kind of balance it out. And so now I do give him tablet time, but it's only 30 minutes a day. And so he has to be strategic on when he wants to do tablet time, because he knows he's got 30 minutes and that's it. And so you guys, I wanted to share a little bit on his progress with Reading Eggs, because if you are looking for a supplement for reading, then I highly recommend it. If you're even looking for a supplement for math, I highly recommend it. So, and he actually just popped out of his room. I'm talking about you, bud. Hey, do you like your Reading Eggs? Yeah? Well, good. Good. I love you. I was telling them how you were reading today, right? How you read it in less than a minute?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
I read it less than a minute.
In less than a minute. Were you excited? Oh my gosh, me too, Bob. That was so good. So I highly recommend Reading Eggs. It has been one of our favorite go-to educational apps. So I will leave a link down in the description box below, and you can go and check them out. And I know if you have not registered for Reading Eggs, I know that you can get a 1-month free trial. So check out that link down in the description box. Okay, and as far as everything else, because like I said before, this also has spelling and literature and grammar and punctuation and art appreciation. So as far as everything else, he is doing fabulous. And it's harder concepts too, like the silent E and just different things like that I think, oh my goodness, he's not going to get this. And he does. He does. I just think it's just amazing. The way God created a child's mind is amazing, and it blows me away every time. So yes, we have been loving the good and the beautiful language arts. And then for math, for my kindergartner, he is in the second book of level K, so he is still in level K math, and he loves it. Like I said before, he has a gift for math, and so there's actually a funny story with that. So we went to the Dollar Tree one time just a little while ago, and I told all the kids if they're good, they can pick out one toy from the Dollar Tree. And so they all picked out, I don't know, different things. I can't even remember now. But what Solomon picked out for his one toy that he was able to get from the Dollar Tree was a calculator. You can see how he definitely leans more towards the math side of everything, and that is so amazing. I just love it. I love having children who just love learning. So needless to say, he is thriving on that. I am again really looking forward to getting the new math line from The Good and the Beautiful. I think he will love that one also. And then for him, handwriting, he is on level 1, and he is doing great. He is loving it. He's about halfway through the book, and today he was able to read what he wrote, what he traced in there, and so that was just amazing. Like again, like I say, the progression in his learning has definitely been amazing, and that's after like a month and a half of break, you guys. I thought we were gonna come back into it and it was going to be hard, but today was actually very easy, so thank the great good Lord. Thank you, Jesus. So my next one that I have is my preschooler. She's 4 years old, like I said, in pre-K, and she is flying through this book. She is my middle child, and she is the one that has just like amazed me with her vocabulary. She knew at 1.5, like she knew all the sounds and the letters in the alphabet because she would do it with her, you know, her older siblings. And so this was just amazing. And I do have a video on how I teach letter recognition, and it's so simple, you guys. Like you're gonna not believe me on how simple it is. So go and watch that video. I will leave it down in the description box below if you're having trouble with your preschooler and getting them to recognize the letters and sounds. So, but she is loving this. She loves all of the games. She loves all of the little manipulatives. She is flying through this. And so I have no doubt that we are going to finish this pretty quick in the semester, and we are going to definitely start her kangaroo book or the level K primer. So she's already trying to sound out words and stuff, so I'm excited to get her into her kangaroo book or the level K primer, so that way she can really start to learn how to read. And so with her math, I did have her in level K math, but she I just had her there because she could do it, and I felt like she wanted more school. Not that she needed it, but that she wanted to do more school. And so I had her starting on level K math, and we have been fine, and she has been loving it and thriving on it. But now with the news of the new Good and the Beautiful math, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to stop doing the math with her, and I am going to just wait until next year. So I'm going to start her on level K next year, language arts, and then level K with simply Good and Beautiful math. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So that's an update there. And then handwriting, she's using level K handwriting from the Good and the Beautiful, and it has been amazing. She is just doing really well as far as her penmanship. She's always been eager to write things, so it's been going well. Okay, and then Adeline, my 3-year-old, she is in Tot School and she loves it. She asks to do school all the time, and she is so sad. She was so sad that we took a break. She's like, Mama, we didn't do school today. And I'm like, yes, baby, we did Christmas school. And she's like, that's not school. Oh, my poor baby. But she is doing really well. Right now, really, it's just playing and learning about the different letters and their sounds and different numbers. And so we're using several different things for her. I'm using several different Tot School binders, and I have a whole video on what exactly is in those different binders and where I got them from. If you want to have more information on that, then just go to the link down below in the description box. I will definitely link that down there for you. But she is really thriving and she loves circle time. So I'm going to switch over from talking about my individual kids and giving you an update on circle time and symposium time. So circle time and symposium time have been going well. I do have a video where you can join us for circle time and symposium time and see what we do. And since that video, nothing different really has changed. We still learn about the presidents and we still are learning about the books of the Bible, and we still have our cuddle time. The only difference is that I think what I'm going to start doing is, instead of having our symposium time in the living room, I'm going to switch it to having it in the dining room. When we did our Christmas unit study from Gather Round, we did it in the dining room and it just seemed to flow easier. I can get to all of the kids faster. They weren't running around or standing on their trays or anything like that. So they just seem to be able to focus a little bit more at the table. So I'm gonna just change that, switch that up, and then we're gonna try it at the table for symposium time. But other than that, it has been working really well, and I'm looking forward to it. We are almost done with our presidents. We are going to finish our books of the Bible, so I'm looking forward to kind of switching it up here in a few weeks. And when I do, I will definitely let you know how we are switching it up. So the next thing I wanted to update you guys on is Classical Conversations. We are still doing it. We are fortunate enough to be in an area that has not been hit too hard by the pandemic, and we are still meeting in our co-op. Of course, we take precautions. We have masks and we try to keep social distance. It's hard with the kids, but we are taking precautions and we are still able to meet as of January 2021. And so since we are doing that, like, it has been so good. We love our community. We love going and seeing the kids. I love going and visiting with the mamas and just having that kind of close-knit community where we can share ideas and know that we are kind of like-minded, and that we love the Lord, and that we can encourage one another in this kind of hard time. So but Classical Conversations educationally has been going really well for us. Like I said, we do a little bit of memory work during our symposium, but I have the app for Classical Conversations, and that's mostly how we memorize all of the different things, like all of the different memory sentences and memory work that we need to memorize, or that we get to memorize. We don't need to memorize anything. But the kids are still loving it. Solomon is still loving the presidents. Science has been amazing. I have the privilege of being in charge of our great artists this year, so I am like so excited about that. We haven't quite started it yet, but we are going to start it next week, and I am so excited to be teaching all of the different kids, not just my own kids, but all of the different kids about the art and how they can craft their own masterpiece. So that's going to be so exciting. But CC has been going very well for us. We have not had any complaints whatsoever, and our community, like I said, is amazing. Amazing, you guys. Like, I don't think you would even believe me how amazing these women are. These families are. Is so amazing. So that was kind of my homeschool update. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you just a quick channel update. As you can probably been able to tell during the video, I am going to continue on Facebook. There was a lot of praying, you guys. I honestly, there was a few days in there that I was like, no, we're not going to do this anymore. There's a lot of days in there that in my break where I was just praying about it and seeking the Lord and just being like, what am I supposed to be doing? Is this taking up too much time? Do I need to focus more on my family? You know, I love all of your comments, and I love that I get to help you guys out. Like I think through this break, the Lord has really opened my eyes to see that I actually do help you guys. And I don't know why I just didn't think it was that much. And so I thank you for all of you who have been an encouragement to me, just letting me know that, you know, here's something that I said in some sort of video might have helped you a certain way. Like, I really appreciate those comments, you guys. That is just so amazing. And if you have any questions, I love to answer questions because I love to help you in any way I can. I know I can't always help, but I love to just see what I can do for you guys. So I am going to continue now. With that being said, I am going to pull back a little bit as far as how much I am going to release every month. So what I am going to do is instead of releasing one video a week, I'm going to go down to 2 videos a month. So basically every other week is how it's going to play out, because I just felt like that was gonna be a little bit more of a schedule that I can handle in this season of life with 5 little kids. And then we do ministry at our church. Also just trying to love my family and love my husband in a way that is godly. I know it's different for everyone and everybody can handle things differently, but just trying to really reevaluate myself and see where I need to be and where God wants me to be within this kind of YouTube space and social media. So that is the channel update. I will be going down to 2 videos a month and we will see where it goes from there. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. I know this was kind of like a chatty update video, but I hope that you enjoyed it and that it was helpful for you in some way and encouraging to you. Don't forget to go and check out Christie's channel and Jamie's channel and watch their videos. They are so good and such a blessing to me. And I call them friends. Like, they are truly friends. I wish we lived closer together so we can just all hang out and have a cup of coffee and just share our lives together, but alas, we can't. And so this is kind of how we hang out. So we would love for you guys to come join us and just hang out with us. So I will leave their channel links down below so you can go and check them out. And don't forget to go and check out Reading Eggs. Like I said, you can get a free month's trial. So go and check out the link down below for Reading Eggs and just try it for a month and see if it's something that you think would help your children. All right, you guys, well, I had so much fun just sitting and chatting with you guys. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. That really does help my channel and tells YouTube, hey, this is a good video. We should send it out to more people. So definitely give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you know whenever new videos pop up. You can also follow us over on Instagram at Dina_pursuing_peace. All right, you guys, well, I hope you're having a great day and I will see you in 2 weeks with another video. Bye. Am I in focus? Am I like this? Oh, I look like I have like 5 shoulders. Am I in focus? You're blurry. Well, what am I even gonna talk about today? Let's see. I definitely would have talked about them anyway, whether or not they were, whether or not I had hair all over my face. Okay.